Hi, welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. After a busy few weeks around the farm, I didn't actually do a lot this week. I did come out and visit the sheep most days and watch them enjoy their new piece of grass. I'm actually really surprised how quickly they've eaten it down. I thought that it'd take them a lot longer, but I'm pretty close to thinking that it's time to shut them out of that shed grass area and move them back into their paddock or just into their paddock because I don't want them to completely eat down and kill and stomp all of the grass in the shed area. So if I maybe give it like a week's break, it'll like bounce back up quite quickly so that I can sort of rotate them in and out and give the other space a bit of a rest. Their other paddock has gotten quite green and there are shoots of grass. So what I think I will do today is after I finish recording here, I will get them some hay and put it into their original paddock area and close off this shed garden probably for about a week or so and see how the grass recovers. I still don't actually have gates to close it off. I have gates, they're just not put up yet. One of them is in their shelter area that I need to undo and reinstall on the little stock run area that I've created. The other one is a gate that I kind of need to reinforce. It's not quite strong enough for sheep. I'm sure they will push through it. It's got very thin wire on it, so I just need to put some boards across it and then install that one as well. For the time being, I have a pallet that I can use. I'll just have to tie that in place across the gap so that they can't get through. And hopefully that will hold them. Some of those bigger jobs like hanging gates and things like that, I need help with, and that generally tends to happen on the weekend. Last weekend I was away, and this weekend everyone else is away. So I'll just have to wait on the gate situation, but I'm sure that the pallet will do for now. So last weekend, as I said, I was away. I went to another of the Tea Time Yarn Retreat markets, which was really great. It was a really lovely group of people. Some of them had been before, so there were some familiar faces and some new ones as well. The market was really good. It was a good day for me. I also met a new to me vendor, and she's actually quite new to dyeing and selling yarn. So it was good to talk shop with Tess from Fluff and Nonsense, and it was also good to talk shop with Karen from the Knitting Man Recommends. Both really lovely people, and it was a good morning selling our yarn, sharing and encouraging each other, really helping out. Like it's quite a community, I feel. We were able to give each other some pointers on different parts of our businesses and just be really supportive and actually almost like sell for each other as well, because we all do such different things that we were able to complement each other and to be able to say, well, they've got that over there, which is not something that I do, but that that they do really, really well. So it was a really nice environment to be in. Having said that, I did buy something from both Tess and Karen this weekend. I was very tempted by all of their beautiful yarn, and you should definitely go check their yarn out too. I'll leave links to their websites below. From Karen of the Knitting Man Recommends, I got this 8-ply superfine merino in a colorway that she calls Old Miller Green. It is beautiful. It's got tones of different greens in it, as well as sort of a purple. Very, very pretty. And from Tess from Fluff and Nonsense, I got this gorgeous skein. This is 100% Falklands Superwash Merino, which is a very different base to what I've used before. And the way it's spun, it looks quite tight. And this color is called Mango Daiquiri, and it is just really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with either of these skeins, but they just really caught my eye while we were standing around together chatting, and I just decided that I needed to support them as well. This week I am wearing my Quiet Stars jacket by Joji Locatelli. I really loved knitting this jacket and wearing it. It's quite textured, which is difficult to see on screen, I think, but it's got lots of detail throughout. This was a one-of-a-kind color that I dyed for myself. It was actually a mistake um, from a Christmas yarn that I did. It just came out a little bit too dark, but I think it came out too dark for what I wanted for that particular skein. But what I ended up with for myself in this jacket, I really, really like. I worked very briefly on my painting honeycombs shawl this week. I got another repeat done. I found a spot where the yarn has broken a little bit here. I've put a marker in. That was my plying or spinning that wasn't quite strong enough, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of a repair job there. But yeah, a little bit done on that. I also did a little bit more on my opal hearted sock, mainly while I was sitting chatting with the ladies who were crafting at the Tea Time Yarn Retreat. So a tiny little bit there. But what I really spent my time on this week, and I've made a ton of progress from having not even started last week, is a knitted short sleeve top. I said last week that I was looking at some different options for some patterns, and I was just searching through Ravelry, and I found this, and it's called the Faded Frenzy. So it's supposed to be done as a fade with 3 different yarns, and I kind of looked, and nothing in my stash was going to be able to be faded. I had lots of like solid variegated kind of colors and not a lot of speckles that will blend into each other. So I'm hoping that I'm going to have enough yarn to only use 400 meters. We'll see how we go. I might have to do like a hem in a different color or have it cropped. We'll see. So I'm using this really pretty colorway, and it's by Highland Handmaids, who no longer dyes. So you're not able to get this, unfortunately. And it was part of a club, so I don't think you could even get any more, even if she was still dying. That's the card. So it's Aura Australis is the colorway, and it is a superwash merino and silk, and it's really pretty. As you can see, mostly greens, and it's got pops of purple and pink in it. And it's knitting up to be kind of stripy. That's coming out pretty true. There's sort of bits more brighter pops of green. The green's kind of dulling out a little bit on the screen. That's probably a little bit better. So it's an interesting construction. You do the back with some short rows, and then you do each side of the front with some short rows for the shoulders. Then you join it all together, and then you just work down in the round. So I am well below the arm split now, so that's all below the arm. So it's still quite cropped, but getting there. And I've got quite a bit. This is quite a tight ball, so I hopefully will have enough to get it to a length that will be suitable for a t-shirt. I don't want to be like, exposing my belly, but I think that it should end up being long enough for it, like a nice summer top. It's got very simple little detail of garter around the sleeve, which will need to be blocked because it's folding over on itself. So yeah, I started this on Saturday afternoon, and less than a week, and I have zoomed along on this, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So if this fits and works well, I have plenty of 400-meter skeins in my stash, which could end up all being turned into little t-shirts. So we'll see if it's going to be enough yarn or if I have to do a little bit of improvising at the end. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.